Assalamualaikum. A very good morning to my dear students and welcome back to your biology class, and this is your biology teacher again from United Public School. So students, in our today's session we will discuss about a new topic, that is health aspects of the alimentary canal. So here the health aspects in the sense the features of the health. So the particular features, the particular things of the health, and how we have to maintain our alimentary canal. So here, what is alimentary canal, students? In our last class we have already discussed, that is the alimentary canal in the sense the tube like structure which is started from our mouth, okay, which is started from our mouth and extending downwards up to the anus. This is tube like structure which is started from mouth to the anus is nothing but alimentary canal. So we are discussing that how we have to maintain our alimentary canal, what the aspects we have to take, what's the measure, what's the procedure, what's the measures we have to take towards the alimentary canal to put it in a good condition. Okay, right? Yeah. So let us start. The human alimentary canal, it is usually functions remarkable. Well, consider how badly we treat it on occasion. Sometimes it rebels and we may feel sick and have indigestion. In the sense, the human canal, with the human alimentary canal, what they do, they will function in the sense working. They work as if we treat them good, in a good manner, if we give food to our body in a time and a healthy diet food, if we give to our body, then it will be in good conditions. If we give a bad food, a heavy food, and not in a good time, at not in a particular time, then what it do, it will be in bad condition, which means if we give the function of the body will be do according to our treatment. How we treat to the alimentary canal, they will react in that situations only. So what happens, sometimes if we treat them badly, sometimes it rebels against us. Rebels in the sense they will go against us, and when they go against us, we may fall sick, okay, we may fall sick, or we may have some indigestion problem. And here vomiting in our body is vomiting is the body's method of ridding itself of unwanted or harmful substances from our body. Ridding in the cells, taking out of the body. So vomiting is a method of undigestion substances which our body is not accepting, that will expel out of the body. So that is nothing but vomiting. And the peristaltic movement, how the vomiting comes out, the peristaltic movement of the stomach and esophagus reverse their normal condition and the food is expelled. How the peristaltic movement, students, you have remember in our last class we discussed about this movement, that this movement takes place from esophagus to the stomach. The food is transferred. When the food is transferred from esophagus to the stomach, this movement is taking place. As you can see, this is a picture of peristaltic movement. So here this is esophagus and this is for the stomach. So the food is passing through here to here. So this movement, when we do vomiting, right, so that movement will be reversed. This movement as this wave movement, okay, this wave movement will be reversed, and the food is from stomach to it come out through the esophagus and to the mouth and is expelled out of the body in the form of vomiting. So isn't it clear to all? Yeah, let us continue. In such manner the food will be expelled out of the body. There are many causes of vomiting. There are many causes, but one of the most common of doing vomiting is especially when the food contain, when we eat over food, okay, most common is when we eat over food, overeating, especially when that food contain high proteins, a high portion of the fats, right, when we eat some fatty substances in a high quantity, so that on that time our body will not accept that food and it will be expelled out of the body, right. Vomiting also occurs when we eat something very indigestible or poisonous. So when we eat some things which is indigestible by our digestion and which is poisonous to our body, so at that time also it will be expelled out of the body in a form of vomiting. So these are the kinds of vomiting. Okay, and here we have when we have a greenish vomiting, usually this greenish vomiting is usually called as bilous. Okay, or it is also called as liverish. So we get a bitter taste, which bitter taste in the sense like a kadwa taste. Okay, so it will get bitter taste, and it is often results for having overeaten. So this green vomiting, when it comes when we eat too much. So when we eat too much, our body won't accept that. Okay, and it will come out of the body in a form, in a greenish vomiting, which is called as bilous or liverish. Okay, so the liver is unable to cope with the excessive fats, and we get feeling of nausea. So what happened during that, the liver will unable to cope with that excess fat, unable to cope in the sense they won't adjust with that excessive fat, and it will be sell out of the body, and our stomach, it feels like nausea in the sense uneasiness to the stomach, which means कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगना, पेट में खराब महसूस होना. So that is called nausea will be we will experience during that time. Okay, so indigestion is generally term used when there is difficulty in digesting food. So indigestion हम term कब use करते, when the difficulty in digesting the some food. So when the food is undigestible in our body, then we will term as that indigestion is going on that. Okay, healthy people can usually avoid some problems related to the digestion by doing some accepts. Okay, by following some tips. Okay, healthy peoples can usually avoid this type of vomiting, this type of indigestion to our body. What is that accept, what is that steps should be followed? That is here we have some steps, that is having simple well balanced meal. So we have to take simple food, and it should be balanced. It should not be contain high fats or high proteins and high carbohydrate. It should be in balance. The food should be in balanced condition, which means they should contain all the proteins, the fats, the fibers, all the vitamins should be present in a what we said, in a balanced quantity. So the food should be in, we should take that simple food which we have, which is well balanced. Okay, next come to the avoiding taking violent exercise soon after eating food. So what we have to do, we have to avoid exercise when after taking the food. We don't have to do violent exercise in the sense the forceful exercise which we do, right? Which means if I am saying that don't do violence exercise after meal, then you just lay down, you after eating you just sit down after eating, means also it not good. So in the sense, after taking food you don't have to do violent exercise, you just have to walk, you don't have to sit also. You have to just at least 30 to 40 steps you have to walk, which means the body should be digested that food which you taken, right? So avoid that violent exercise after eating food. Okay, next come to drinking plenty of water, in the sense while during taking your food you should have to drink plenty of the water, but I suggest you to not drink water during during your meal. But when you are unable to take that food, right, you just want some water because of some spiciness or because of some uncomfortable during eating something in the neck. So you can take water in a plenty little bit form. Okay, so take only plenty of water, and intake of proteins, or intake of fiber rich food to avoid constipation. To avoid constipation here, in the sense constipation is like indigestion only. It is a form of indigestion which is happening in our stomach. The food will be not indigestible. So to avoid this indigestion in constipation, we should have to take the food which is rich in fiber. So rich fiber food should be take to avoid this constipation. Here some of the points we have to follow to maintain our alimentary canal in good condition, to maintain our digestion in a good to maintain our health in a good condition. Okay, so these are the some of the points you have to follow. You have to take rich food, which is rich fiber, which is rich in fiber. The food should be rich in fiber, and take plenty of water during meal, and avoid violent exercise after eating, or and take simple food, not heavy food, simple food with well balanced meal. Okay, right? And a serious condition of digestion is caused by stomach and duodenum ulcer, and sometimes it will be the indigestion will be caused some serious thing to our by the stomach and duodenum ulcer. The cause of this may be kind of diet, so that uska cause, how it will be occurred, the cause is maybe a kind of diet. If we don't follow a nice complete diet, then it will be affect, or it may be an unaffected or unhabit. Okay, which is not habited. If we affected by something which is not habited also, then also we can get some severe condition of indigestion. Okay, you may have some studied about the researches in the peptic ulcer caused by some bacteria in class 4. So you have may also you may also read about research in peptic ulcer. Let us just recall that. Okay, so by taking some measure, you can balance you can take your health precautions to maintain our alimentary canal in good condition. Okay, so by this we have completed this topic, and in our next class inshallah we will discuss about the disease due to some malfactory. Okay, thank you students, have a nice day. So students, we have an homework today for write this fill in the blanks and choose the correct answers. As your homework, complete this fill in the blanks and choose the correct answers. Okay, and submit in your group, students, and take a screenshot, clear screenshot, and complete it and submit in your groups. Okay, thank you students, have a nice day.